When
What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. Yay!
you never seem to have an intro where you don't interrupt yourself somehow.
Yeah, I know. Everyone seems to interrupt me. So anyway, let me redo this. What's up, my bronies? Welcome to Let's Plays and SHRT's podcast.
Why do you never say it?
Because I don't swear. You should know that by now.
And yet you get mad at me when I decided to censor our last video.
Dude, I don't give a crap if anyone else swears. I just don't swear.
That's fucking retarded.
Dude, you're the one that freaked out at me as soon as I posted it up, and you're all, why did you say censored?
Well, I want people to hear it. I just don't do it. So anyway, I'm Josh.
Steph.
And Jason.
And Jason is a guest for today because all of our other members are still busy like a-holes.
Yeah.
So yes, does anybody have topics, or is this all left to me again?
Oh,
We're
Zach's
going
not
by
talking.
ear.
I can easily bring up bullshit stuff, but if you want to go over your topics first.
Sure, go, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Well, how much have you guys talked about X and Y? Have you mentioned it at all beyond?
We've gone
Damn.
over it.
We haven't really gotten much into it.
Well, you can bring that up if you would like to, while I find my
He just
topics.
did, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I assume you guys are as excited as I am for it.
I am
Well-
stoked.
I'm stoked. I think I'm gonna get Y.
I'm gonna get it.
I can't say I want to get X. I really actually want Y, just because I'm tired of all the deer and the various other type of deer Pokemon that I've seen.
See,
Oh, shit, I didn't even think about the legendary. I haven't
Yeah,
even
but-
seen it.
hear me out here, dude. The reason you're gonna get X is because you are the Swedish X on.
Yeah, I noticed you
on
came up
YouTube
with
and
that,
blah, blah,
Stu.
blah, blah, blah,
I can't.
blah,
I noticed you came up with that. I'm not so sure I'm excited for it.
blah. And I am getting Y because of my last name and my nickname. So, yeah, it's all good.
I have no reasons.
Yes,
I'm
Jack.
just doing what I want.
Also, the one for Y doesn't look that bad. At least there's not a friggin' deer.
Yeah, that's true.
Which on
Yeah,
the
I
most
mean-
part is why I don't want to get X.
Why don't you want to get X? And
Because I'm assuming, like, so hang on. More to the point here, when they do X and Y, is the next one going to be Z or W?
I'd bet Z.
probably gonna be Z.
Z, Z, whatever. Two Americans versus an Australian here, it's not too fair. Anyway,
Finally, I have some backup.
I'm actually outnumbered for once, because you're the only American on this podcast usually, and now...
Suck it. Suck it.
Anyway.
America.
Anyway, so, yeah, X and Y looks friggin' amazing. And hopefully that fire thing is not firefighting, hopefully it's fire side.
Anything
I really hope so
but
too.
firefighting would be perfect for me. Anything. I don't even care.
Dude, I just want to get a fire... that fire side is, like, the only one that actually looked interesting to me. I don't care what anyone
Yeah,
else
exactly.
I'm pushing towards the fire type, but I want to see more about the beginners before I make any final judgments.
Well, what do we have? We had a fire psychic by the looks of it, an ice water, which was a friggin' frog, and I can't remember what the grass
The
one
grass one.
He's like a.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like a chest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It looked kind of like, it looked sort of like it looked like one of the previous starters from like a different gen though.
Oshawott.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Elite. So much fan service for Oshawott, I guess.
I don't.
Yeah, Charlie the unicorn when it evolved.
Don't say that. Then it'll happen, and we'll all sit here going, "Shit, we shouldn't have said that."
Actually, on the subject of this was actually the first topic of my topics. It was Pokemon.
There you go.
So this is awesome because like
Pokemans.
we're gonna also discuss the showdown tournament that I want to put together, but we can do that a bit later.
Definite.
Also, Stefan, the last topic of discussion is why I am better than Stefan.
Oh.
Oh, fuck you.
I'll abstain from this one. I'll let you two have it each other.
Anyway, this is just a running joke between me and him. Don't worry about it. Anyway, back to Pokemon.
Yeah, I've actually been scrounging around with me and my friends and trying to find some of the older games and playing through them. I just recently played through Gold.
Yeah, but you emulated that. I mean, nothing.
No, that one was actually legit.
Oh, did you? I have Silver here somewhere, and I also have friggin' Leaf Green and Sapphire.
Go ahead,
No, you guys have at your little fun, and then I'll wipe your floor because I have every single one from the very beginning to this day. So,
Well, hang on. The only classic games I've got is like Silver, Sapphire, and friggin' Leaf Green or Fire Red. I don't know which one it is.
I know I used to have blue and gold, but then I think I sold those just because I was retarded or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
I know we still.
No, go ahead.
Actually, could I just quickly butt in for a second? Jason, are you wearing a
No.
headset or are you just using a internal laptop?
I'm
mic?
using a headset.
Thank God. Anyway, keep going.
I think me and my brother still own all 3 of the Gen 3 because that was one of our favorites.
So we're talking Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Yes.
Cool. Best generation.
I'll disagree with that one.
Each their own.
I'm Gen 2, so.
I'd give Gen 2 a close second, but I'm still, as much as I hate saying I'm a Gen 1er, I can't get off the first original set. Like, I really wish that people would just give up and say the 151st were the best, because realistically,
151.
whatever.
Because you can get Mew in this.
I'm counting Mew.
He said 151st, you asshole.
It was close enough.
Yeah, 151st Pokemon, not 150. Anyway, shut up.
Put-
Keep going.
It's the same thing!
Don't argue with him. Let me argue with him first. Point being is that after the first 150, they really just slowed down and didn't really make really amazing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some amazing new ones, but after the first 151, they really just slowly started to go downhill on the new Pokemon and how they look and how they act, and obviously the typing.
Whoa.
Gen 5 for me was the worst.
Gen 5 was awful. Like I like 3/4 of the Pokemon on there just because they're cool looking, but they were just awful.
Yep,
Right.
I agree. Except for Kyurem, because I friggin' love Kyurem.
Yeah, he is pretty good.
Pretty badass. I like Gen 2 because it was my first game ever, actually, and how can you not love what you start with?
As in, for first Pokemon game or his first game?
Pretty much first game, period.
Oh, you poor deprived child.
Yeah, the way you are, I thought it would have been Mega Man, but okay.
I've played it before Pokemon, except I was so crappy at games back then, I never even finished it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right.
Yeah, but the first one I owned, beat, and all that stuff was Pokemon Gold.
The first one I owned and beat and all that stuff was Yellow.
Well, that's always a good one to start with. At least then you get the cool Pikachu behind you.
Yeah, apart from the fact that if you you don't catch a Butterfree or a Nidoran in the first 2 routes, you're stuck in gym.
Oh my god.
3
Months and years of work right there just to beat it.
Yeah, same here.
I was smart enough.
Speak.
Can never talk. I'm trying. But yeah, I remember when I was first playing through Gold version, I had the hardest time remembering where I was. I was stuck at the first gym. I know its name. I just can't.
Pewter
think of it.
City.
But
Oh wait, no, you're talking Gold.
No,
It's
yeah.
Violet City Gym. That's Faulkner.
There you go.
Thank you much. I got Pat up to Bugsy and beat him, and then I backtracked for some retarded reason. I think to rebattle someone, and then I forgot how to get back to freaking Azalea Town.
Oh.
And I was just there forever. My team was buff as hell, but I was just so lost.
Oh, that's
You know,
horrible.
I guess, you know how after you beat the gym there, when you try to leave, you battle your rival?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was that dumb that as a kid, when the police officer asked me what his name was, I seriously put 3 question marks because I thought that was.
You never know
I
it.
thought he was a girl.
Uh,
I thought my rival was a freaking girl just because of that long hair.
I mean, rightly when you mentioned Bugsy in the second gym, I was like, everybody thinks he is a girl, and he looks exactly like a girl more than your rival even does. So it's like, I honestly.
Oh, dude. Speaking of girls, I just remembered Whitney.
Oh my god, that Miltank!
Friggin' Miltank.
That was such a pain earlier. I had this huge strategy when I was playing through Gold version again. I had to weaken it. I had to bring out a Geodude I'd had for a while just because of its strong defense. Oh, it was terrible.
Actually, back when I was playing through Gold the first time, I just kept going back in there and in there and in there and in there until I eventually beat her. But when I did the Let's Play, I was so worried about actually fighting her that, I trained off screen and then, I got everything to, a level 20 and I'm like, you're going down.
I think the way.
Yeah, the cliff.
No, go ahead. Okay. I think the way I beat her was I ended up toxicking it with, I think, like the Oddish I'd caught in the bloody forest before it. And then I just sat there
Right.
and let my whole team die to her and just stalled the thing until it finally collapsed. Took forever.
I had to do that too. I did that too this recent time around. I was just pulling out all the stops, and I was just sitting there going, "Come on, just die!"
It just takes forever to do, and it's so boring.
And
How
today,
long did it take you to actually get through gold again, Stefan? Like, do you talk
Uh,
like
this
all
time?
16 gyms, or and
the whole game, red
And
and
red,
everything,
or-
it took
yeah.
me, I think about 2 weeks.
now did you
And-
gain? So you could save it. Because I was going to say it'd suck if your game was like the battery had died and you had to
No.
restart every time. There's
No,
a copy
it-
of like my friend's got a copy of Silver and Crystal that does that. Like every time he turns it off, he has to start again.
Yep.
Yeah, that sucks. Mostly the 2 weeks just because I was grinding out stuff when I got to red. That took a long time to get my team to a good state.
Just do some cloning and get some rare candies.
I'm not gonna do
Missing number, that bitch.
Fair enough.
that. I did it completely fair and square. I actually, my friend who I was borrowing it from, he's the one that let me play the original Mega Man game.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you remember?
Yeah.
And he also had like all of this. He had 2 GBAs and a link cable that would work with the original Game Boy Colors. So I actually was able to get a Scizor and a Golem that I used to the end of the game.
I still have that. Actually still have a Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance link cable here somewhere.
I'm so glad because I love Scizor now. He was like one of my favorite Pokemon ever because he is so awesome.
Scissor.
So who'd you start with?
Cyndaquil, of course.
Did you nickname anything?
Yes, I nicknamed everything.
So what do we have in the team?
I had Charcoal for my Cyndaquil.
Good name.
Good call.
I had a Spearow, which is a huge step for me because I usually get a Pidgey, which I called Fury. It's an exclamation point.
Did you like evolve it or?
Of course.
Well, you said a Spearow, not a Fearow, anyway.
Close
Well,
enough.
you got to catch it as a Spearow before you get a Fearow.
Why didn't you just like steal the one from the dude who you got to deliver to your friend and then like raise it so it gets cheap experience?
I didn't even talk to that dude. 1 second.
He didn't even talk to him. What a noob. Not talking to people in that game? How horrible.
He probably
Fuck
knew
off.
what he was doing. He was like, hey. But I was gonna say like, if you spoke to that guy, you could like get the Fearow so much quicker and it's so much easier to raise.
I think he went off to do something, but I digress. No, yeah, I agree with you. It's a lot easier to steal the Pokemon from them, but at the same time, it's like, alright, great, I have this team of crappy nicknamed Pokemon. At the same time, I would never grab them, because half of them have the most crap nicknames. Like the Onix you can get at, like, level, 2 out of their bloody, start area that's named Rocky. Nope, get rid of that thing. I can't stand it.
If I remember correctly, like I recently did a let's play of like Silver.
Yeah.
And I named my I named 2 of my friggin' Pokemon in that team after ponies for some reason. I can't remember what the other ones were. It's been like that long since I've even looked at the let's play.
It's a good call, though. I mean, at least it's something better than Rocky or other crap names. Honestly, I can't stand sometimes how stupid the names get in that game that they forced the Pokemon to have.
Yeah, but like it sucks though because it's like you're sitting there and it's like, oh, okay, like all right, sweet, we can get a Gango. I forgot what one it is. Like there's something that you get from like a trade, and it's holding an Everstone, and then the bitch is like, oh, you thought it was going to evolve? Ha ha ha! I didn't know it to stop. I'm like, you friggin' whore! Why would you do that to me?
I want to make you suffer even more in your life. Here you go. Good luck.
It's like even worse though, because like you give them a nickname of like ass wipe, and then you trade it.
All right, what'd I miss?
Me insulting trades in that game, and so was Jason. Anyway, go back to what you're saying.
I believe I was talking about nicknames.
You were. So were we. We're discussing how crappy the ones in the game that like you get from trades are.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Anyway.
those are pretty bad. Oh yeah, I had
Ampharos.
Empress, yeah. I nicknamed her Dwarpy.
Dwarfy.
for Derpy.
Yep.
I know. Keep going.
And she's my favorite electric type. I say fuck everyone else. I don't need Pikachu.
Nobody likes Pikachu, with all due respect to Pikachu.
Yeah, he's really fallen behind. He used to be good, but not anymore.
Oh, there's something I'll talk about in a
Gonna
second.
Thunderstone that bitch. Anyway.
I had my Geodude, which I called Rock, or I think Rock Bucket or something like that.
Okay.
I had my Scyther, which I called Soul Eater.
Nice
Nice
name.
call.
Because of the eyeballs on the hand. Anyway.
No, I've called him that in reference to the manga Soul Eater.
Anyway, keep going.
I had my Oddish, which I called Little Cutie.
Aww. Wait, which way?
So
Which way did you go?
Did you
Yeah.
Bellossom or yeah?
I went with Vileplume.
Ah, ruined it.
No, he has a good point there because Bellossom's only. I've forgotten which one it is. Is Bellossom good at special defense or special
I
attack?
think it's special D.
I don't remember. I went with Vileplume just because its stats were better.
Yeah, so I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm sorry, but Vileplume is better when you compare the two.
I mean, I had a Weeping Bell in my silver run for so long that I called Big J because it's got a massive mouth, and like it still wouldn't stand up to anything once I evolved it to Victory Bell. But apparently, Victory Bell has better stats than Vileplume, and it still wasn't doing anything for me in silver. So, respect you for using the Vileplume.
She took me far.
I bet.
That's what.
Damn
I
it!
said. Anyway.
Damn it!
Heyo. And who's my water type?
You gotta use the red Gyarados.
Oh yeah, it was. I had a Slowpoke, which with some help of my friend, it became a Slowking.
Good call.
What'd you call it?
Originally it was just called Derp, a very long Derp. Just
Derp.
just
I forgot-
Derp.
Now, Slowking's better at special attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's much stronger. And
I was gonna
I
say
nicknamed-
something. Keep going.
I then changed the nickname to Derp Queen just because it was a female.
So what? Okay. Radio.
And I think that's mostly it. I can't really think of the rest
You
of
know,
my team.
you would think that, like, for back then, seeing as though they had genders and everything, that they could have at least programmed it so you had to get a male Slowpoke to become a Slowking. Even though that's still not today, which is sort of friggin' weird, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they were still learning back then.
Yeah, well, I'm just
They're
saying.
still learning
It's
today.
like, all chances back then were still females anyway. Now, what was I gonna say? Friggin'. Right, anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say. But that's
You're
the team that
stupid.
got you through, is it? Did it?
Yeah, it was. I don't think I even caught any of the legendaries. I didn't even bother.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, especially for Suicune and Raikou and Entei.
Waste of time.
I actually caught Raikou. I did actually catch him through some serious luck.
Good choice on Raikou. Raikou's
I
the
never
best
used
one
him
of those
though.
three.
I just caught him and left him in the PC.
Now, hang on. Out of the legendary trilogies from every generation, does everyone have a favorite of the trilogies or not? Like, say for example,
Reggie's.
out of Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, who's your favorite out of those three?
Zapdos.
I prefer
Me too,
Zapdos.
Zapdos. Then Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. I like Raikou.
I like Entei.
Entei.
Fair enough. Stefan?
I said Entei.
I missed you. Alright, the Reggies?
Reggie Steele.
Mate. I was
I
gonna say
agree.
Registeel.
Registeel.
Alright, then we got the Pixie things. I'm gonna go for
As of course.
The Lake Spirits.
Yeah, that. And then we have the... What was the
I
trilogy?
never said mine.
I thought you said Mace... Anyway, keep going, sorry. thought you
I said
Mace
I said their official name. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mesbrit.
Then what was this trilogy in the new game? I can't even remember.
The-
the fighting dog thing.
No, they're fucking deer.
They have
Those are deer. Fuck.
They
Do I-
actually had the deer and the what's it called? Those like god type things, Thunderous and all.
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right. There was two
I don't
sets.
friggin' know.
Oh.
I really don't care for
No,
them.
the other two don't count because they're like I don't really count those two because you have to get both of them to get the third one.
The Kami Trio, that's what they're called.
Yeah, I really don't count those three, but if you want to choose out of them, I'm probably going to go
I
with
don't care.
Thunderous.
Yeah,
I haven't really... No, I don't really care for them.
But anyway, out of the deer things, I think I'll go for Virizion.
I'd like to say Cobalion, but I never liked him from the beginning, so I'd have to go probably for Terrakion.
Fair enough.
I have no opinion because I've never played with any of them, so I don't know
So, hang on,
which
seeing-
one's good or anything.
what I was going to say before about friggin' Kyurem, seeing as I was on the subject of Pokemon, like, alright, I used to play the TCG, like, back when Next Destinies came out, if anybody knows what pack that was.
It's way after the time I stopped playing, so I've got to say no.
Alright, well, cut a long story short, there was a full art friggin' Kyurem EX you can get in that set, and I was looking online, like, I was just bored, and I found this guy on YouTube that makes custom Pokemon cards that are allowed in tournament play. So I bought myself a custom Kyurem card, and it's called Josh's or Jaddy's Kyurem EX, and it's got, like, 100 and something health, and it's pretty much the same as the Kyurem EX card, but it's got my name on it instead of just Kyurem EX.
Nice.
My brother gets those kinds of custom cards for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, well, I have one for Pokemon that's actually allowed in tournament play if I decide to use it. It's freaking awesome.
His mostly just have alternate pictures on them, which actually look pretty badass.
Well, mine's got an alternate picture too. Like as I said, it's just like its name's being changed to Josh's or Jaddy's Kyurem EX, and then it's like the attacks are the same, and so is the health. So
Don't
it's just got a promo marker.
Don't the trainers' cards have a picture of the trainer on them?
Yeah, but I'm not putting my friggin' face on a Pokemon card. Stop that.
I kind of expected you to put your retarded avatar picture for
Dude,
that.
I didn't have that back when I got that card. I was using a Yoshi and a Pikachu back then that said the Viva La Jaddy under it. I'll see if I can find that picture.
Don't.
Anyway, that was like, and I just love Kyurem. Kyurem's my like favorite out of Gen 5. I just love Kyurem. They did something different with him, unlike the other ones.
The whole fusing thing.
Yeah.
I like the whole fusion thing, but at the same time, I can't stand the fusion parts of him. It just doesn't really work. I mean, well, let me rephrase. The one doesn't work. The other one works okay in, like, normal play, but otherwise the other one...
Which one doesn't work? We're talking about
it's...
Reshiram or Zekrom?
Yeah, it's Kyurem with Zekrom combined. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Kyurem...
Black
yeah,
Kyurem.
Black Kyurem. There you go. That one just does not work anywhere beyond, haha, I'm beating the game with it. Kyurem White works well in tournament play and stuff.
So, alright, let's just get serious here. Who's better, Zekrom or Reshiram?
For which situation?
Just pick one. Like, which one do you like better? Because I like Zekrom.
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 There we go. That was easy. Okay, so does anybody want to keep talking about Pokemon, or can we move on?
I got one more thing to add.
Alright,
This
this
is
has been on this topic for like 25 minutes. Keep
Alright,
going.
I'll finish this. I'll finish this with this. So, you know, with the release of the new, whatever, you know that they're going to make an anime for that, right? They're going to add that to the season.
Of course. They'd be
Yeah,
stupid
but
not
they're
to.
not even talking about Black and White yet. They're not even talking about the Black and White yet, are they?
No,
Except, guess what happened only a couple weeks afterwards?
What?
Ash got his ass kicked again in the fucking
no,
finals.
that's not surprising at all.
It's just for Black and White.
No, it's just getting annoying because he never actually wins the
Th-
damn
He's
thing. It's
won
all,
the Orange League.
No,
Now
no,
calm
no,
down.
no, 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 no,
It's the
no.
Orange
Let me
League.
stop you right there, both of you, because you're both going to argue uselessly, and I can actually throw facts into this matter. So Ash is destined, at least, never to win any league whatsoever beyond the Orange League.
He won the Orange
But
League.
the Orange League
Keep
does
going.
not count as an official league by the writer of the show's standards. So officially, he's never going to win an actual,
Thank you.
full-on 8 badges Pokemon league,
Well,
which is
Why?
fucking stupid.
I wasn't actually going to say that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't going to say that. I was actually going to butt in here and talk to Stefan for a second. Is this the
What?
Black and White league that's already on?
Yes.
They've only done 2 seasons of this anime.
Yeah.
Nice. Short and sweet.
Are they really that far
Well,
in?
it hasn't aired. It hasn't aired in America.
Okay,
yet.
I was
It's-
gonna say, I just looked
in
at mine,
Japan.
and it's gotta be only a halfway through, at least on the English dubs of it, so it's
No,
gotta
no.
be...
Yeah. It's
Actually,
in Japan.
Yeah.
Friggin' complete season 14's just come out on DVD here, so like I know what I'm buying next because like I've got seasons 1 through 13 and Pokemon Chronicles already on DVD, so I don't know whether I should get Black and White though because I didn't really like the games. The anime might be better, but it might not. I watch like the start of it, and Ash is like dumb again. He forgets how to catch Pokemon, which is friggin' weird. Anyway,
I know it was a bad way to go.
Well, welcome to every new season of Pokemon. He forgets everything and starts.
No, he does not. Like in Hoenn and in Johto and in friggin'
Alright, Johto, he's with the same people, same concept. That really never ended from season 1. As for Hoenn, he was more the teacher at that point. That's the same thing that fell through with Sinnoh. He was teaching the other new person. So ultimately, I won't deny that he didn't forget everything, but at the same time, it's not like he's trying.
So hang on, more to the point here, did he forget what to do in like Black and White, or was he just trolling everybody?
More like the writers were trolling.
Yeah, I feel like the writers were trolling.
But see, here's the thing though, because like I'm rewatching the Diamond and Pearl series at the moment because I've got nothing better to do, and like also this is kind of rigged because like I bought the DVDs new and like my last disc of Sinnoh League Victors doesn't work properly. It like cuts out the pole battles for some reason.
Oh, that's sucky.
That's
like the best battles.
I know, and it pisses me off. And like I can't watch it. Like it skips like 6 episodes on the disc, and I'm like, no. It, like skips pretty much all of Sinnoh League, which pisses me off. But like I'm rewatching
that was one of my favorite leagues.
I'm gonna like rewatch it online, but I was sitting there and like I'm watching the start of Sinnoh because I'm up to like the grass gym leader. I forgot her name, and Pikachu always seems to be
Gardenia.
weak as piss when he starts a new region.
Yep.
Exactly. He got his butt kicked by a brand new beginner in Black and White.
Yeah, but he couldn't use electric.
Yeah, still, he's way stronger.
His quick attack should have been more than enough.
Yeah, he probably could have killed it with Iron Tails, like cuts its head off.
So,
It's for kids.
No, go ahead. No,
That's
okay. No, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they do really dumb things down in the anime just to make sure that any new viewer will come in and be like, oh my god, I'd be like that, yay, whatever. No, fuck that. The people who are still watching this thing have been here forever, know what goes on, and they should just get over it and continue.
Exactly.
Agreed. Actually, hang on. Before we move on, because I'm going to completely forget to go over this, and this just popped into my head. So, the last season of Pokemon that was on TV here, that I'm aware of, was the end of Sinnoh League, and we have not had a single episode of Black and White that I'm aware
My
of.
sympathies.
I don't care. I'm just going to buy it on DVD anyway. I'm just saying.
Alright. Alright, new topic, please.
Hold on, we got to talk about Showdown. The tournament.
Okay.
Or we can do that at the end. Either way.
Pick a time.
We'll do it at the end.
In time.
Because that's the only reason Delta's here. I mean, Jason's here.
Well,
Close enough, call me whatever.
He's more entertaining than just the two
Oh,
of us.
thanks. It's good to
Yeah.
know I'm entertaining.
Well, you are. You've actually stopped both of us for a minute. Actually, Listen, you could be on next week's or the week after's too, because at the rate we're going, we need more people because our friggin' partners for this stupid operation keep stuffing up and pissing off on us.
Clearly they have better lives than we do.
They do. Hang on, I got a phone call. You two talk.
Okay.
I wouldn't say they have better lives than us. It's mostly I got some more free time when I'm on the weekends.
Yeah, same. Anyway,
And plus I can, yeah.
let's see, what other banter can I give before he comes back?
I have to say, I'm just going to say this right now for everyone to hear. I hate Josh's avatar. That thing just, I don't
you
know
mean
why, but it just makes it bug
the
me.
little thing of him
What
flicking...
avatar of mine bugs you?
With the whole freaking middle finger, I don't know why, it just bugs me.
Dude, I love my avatar.
I want to blast its finger off.
Alright, hang on, Jason, do you like my avatar or is my avatar suck? I don't think it's on Skype.
No, it is on Skype.
It is.
Trust me, I noticed. It's not bad per se, but it's not great either. I mean, I've had weirder avatars, if I don't stutter and slur my speech. But at the same time, I've seen a lot worse too.
I customly made my friggin' avatar. Jeez.
All I've said is that the middle finger just ticks me off for some reason.
Alright, whatever. I'm not changing it, but glad to know that's established. Well, when I asked you
Dude.
to do my I asked you to do my profile avatar, why did you agree to change it for me?
Because I'm being a bro.
But you don't. Let's move on.
It's your personal little thingamajig.
Let's move on.
It's not-
I'm not getting
you
into
sent
an
the
argument about it.
You sent the request. I did the goddamn picture. Suck it.
Okay, let's just move on. I like my avatar. That's the end of the story. If you guys don't like it, I don't care. Now, is that seriously all you guys talked about when I was gone for like 30 seconds?
No,
You only gave us 30
yeah, it was like
seconds.
30 seconds, and all that I got out of a little banter, and that was pretty much it. And then he was like, "Do you like the Avatar?" And then you jump back.
How did my avatar even come into the topic?
I just shouted it out.
Whatever. Anyway, let's go back to his banter, because I missed it.
No, it was the problem. I hadn't even had banter to get a topic up. It was, all right, Josh walked away. All right, let me think. What can I go off the top of my head? And then you came back.
Listen, I walk away in almost every recording session that's to me and Stefan do.
Yeah.
It's expected by me now to like walk away like a quarter or halfway through the podcast.
It's a good call.
Anyway, so does anybody have anything else to talk about, or do you want me to move on to my next topic?
Move on if you wish. Keep talking if you don't.
Stefan, do you have anything to say?
Nah, nothing that comes to mind yet.
Alright, well, as one of you may know, I ride a motorbike, right?
You've mentioned it.
Alright, so I was coming back from down the paddock, because we've got horses and blah 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 blah. Mum has, it's for our niece, anyway. I was coming back from the paddock, and my bike started playing up, and I'm like, alright, well this isn't good. I turned the corner and slid out of me, and I stopped up, pulled up the side of the road, got out and had a look at it. Couldn't figure anything out with it. Come home, Spike was still playing up. Like every second was going tong 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 tong. I'm like, well, this isn't good. Pulled up, had another look at it, couldn't figure it out. Went up to the service station to put some gas in, decided to fill me tires, see if that was the problem. Turns out I have holes in my back tire, and it was making my wheel wobble. So and now I can't go anywhere until like Thursday or Friday this week until I get a new friggin' wheel delivered here. And I went to my dad and I'm like, hey Dad, you're gonna buy me a new tire? And he's like, no I'm not. And I'm like, yeah you are. And like I just threw the bill at him and walked off. So he's
Fuck is wrong
he's
with
buying,
you?
he's buying me a new tire. So like because I don't have a job at the moment.
You're
So,
a freaking grown up.
dude, I don't have a job at the moment. I'm still job hunting after I
And
left
yet
my
you seem
other
to
one.
find enough money to buy freaking TV seasons.
Yeah, I said I'm going to buy it. I haven't bought it yet, have I?
Alright, then how about we go into how you seem to be buying video games too?
Now let me get into that next topic. I'm saving
Fuck.
up for those, and I really want to play these games, and I don't want to spend any money before these come out, so that I can afford to get them.
Which,
Because there's 4 games coming out in the next like couple of months that I want to get. One being Dead Space, one being StarCraft 2, Gears Judgment, and The Walking Dead. That's all I'm saying.
well,
And also, somebody owes me one of those games, and they're actually buying it for me, and I'm going to get them to buy me Dead Space. So that I can use my Dead Space money to buy... I'll come back to that, because it's actually one of my next topics. So that's all I'm saying for now.
Okay.
well, I'll chime in first. I'm sorry your bike is sucky.
I was kind of hoping that you got in an accident.
No, I think somebody stabbed a hole in my tire. Anyway,
Well, that's even
I live
worse.
in
I was hoping to be that the point of the story was you got in a crash. I would have been laughing.
Dude, I've been in a crash, and I told you what happened that day.
I don't
Anyway.
remember.
Go back and listen to one of the older podcasts. I was showing off, and I come off. Anyway,
Right.
No.
Jason!
Jason.
Jason!
What? I'm totally with it. So bike sucks. I'm sorry. Let's see what else. Oh, you'd never catch me playing Dead Space on my life. That game scares the fuck out of me. And
I recently just played through Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2 again.
Ugh.
Anyway,
no, those fucking things. You'll never
Fucking brag about it.
Oh, wait. Also, hang on, subject to Dead Space 2. I don't know how I have this, but I have a giant foam finger in Dead Space 2, and he shoots it and says bang, and it kills anything in one shot.
That
I don't
is
know
a
how I got
special
it.
weapon you get for beating the game on that, like, hardcore or whatever difficulty.
That's how I got that, but I flew through the game with that. I'm sitting there, I was like, sir, I don't know how I unlocked this, but bang, bang, bang. Oh, sweet, everything's dying. Awesome. That's all I'm saying.
That's never all you're saying.
For now.
He just likes running around and going bang, 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 and watching things collapse.
Dude, it was one of the friggin' funniest things I've seen. Anyway, keep going.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of games have been doing that lately, where they have like the crazy random weapons. Like Saints Row the Third had the like pink dildo. That's clearly got its own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that they do that, but at the same time, if you waste that much time just to get that weapon, either you've played the game through and you don't want to play it again, or
You unlock that giant dildo like in level 3.
No, okay.
For free.
well, I don't know. I haven't played Saints Row either.
It's still a huge what the fuck.
Yeah,
moment.
exactly.
Yeah, but I use that as my melee weapon, by the way. But
Oh,
the
God.
main overpowered weapon in that game is like you unlock it like in like one of the last chapters of it. It's like these giant friggin' boxing gloves that like just implode people and
Yeah,
like destroy
pocket
cars.
fists.
Them.
Well, it's the end of the game.
Yeah, but by then you've got like unlimited pistol ammo and crap. So who wants to walk up and just punch something where you've got like explosive bullets?
Someone who wants to have a good time.
Clearly.
I can shoot things. Anyway,
Okay, fair enough. Rocket launchers are pretty fun.
When
so are the explosive pistols. Anyway.
No, but that was the end of my point, more or less. I mean, I like the fact that they're making crazy customization, but at the same time, it's just not that cool.
Saints Row or
It's
Grand
just
Theft
so
Auto?
strange.
Hold on, Saints Row or GTA?
I didn't play either, I'll admit, so I'd have to say Saints Row based off of everything that I've seen.
Okay, Stefan.
Saints Row, because I've only ever played Saints Row the Third.
Alright, I'm gonna say Saints Row, but I like San Andreas better than any of the Saints Row games.
Well, if you like it better, then why not say it?
Because the rest of the GTA games don't stand up to Saints Row.
Alright, fair enough.
But actually, on the subject of Saints Row, because you're probably going to sigh here, but did you know how THQ just went under?
Yes.
You know that Saints Row 4 was like the next game they were making? That was supposed to come out like later this year or like early next year. So I'm hoping like if the company gets sold that Saints Row 4 still comes out.
Well, they're not... They've gone bankrupt, they're not shutting down per se, and they're already talking to people to take over that kind of stuff. So I'd assume it's not going to be disappearing because they made a shit ton of money off of it.
Awesome.
But again, I'm guessing, don't quote me on that.
It's
Anyway.
just
Yeah, me clearly being right about everything in the world. By the way, Pokemon X and Y, they're going to be played in black and white only. Fuck that.
Spoiler alert, the 3D doesn't actually work.
Since when did any of the 3D really work well on these things?
I can't see 3D even at movies, so I don't use it.
I mean, I think I bought my 3DS back when the new Kingdom Hearts game came out for it, and I was like, alright, this is going to be awesome.
yeah.
And then the game was meh, and the 3D sucked. And since then, it's been sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
It's gonna get rebooted for Pokemon and Pokemon.
That's it.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, I really hope that they just stop with the handheld games and finally bring back a console game.
Well,
That won't be happening anytime
No,
soon.
no, no.
If they do, it'll probably be a PlayStation exclusive.
Josh,
Fine.
Josh, you're being shushed. Shush. Machinima put out something today, maybe yesterday. I don't know. I gotta go back and look. That they're bringing 1.5 and the remix of what's the fucking game? Chain of Memories together on one disc. I'm assuming for PS3, but I could be wrong.
oh yeah, I heard about that.
That's what I just said. I said if they're making another console game, it'll be friggin' PlayStation exclusive. I was right.
It has to be PlayStation exclusive. They won't give the rights to anybody else.
But they just made friggin' Kingdom Hearts games for Nintendo.
Yeah.
But they started on PlayStation.
They started on PlayStation. They have to stick on it, though they have admitted that if they're doing Kingdom Hearts 3, they're going to make it multi-platformed. That you can quote me on. So, I'll be playing it on my Xbox. I appreciate my Xbox. No offense to the PS3.
I don't think
everybody
anyone here is
appreciates
disagreeing
their
with you.
PlayStation.
There you go.
I mean, I think everyone here appreciates their Xbox.
I
Seeing
also
as though it's not
appreciate
a
my
PlayStation
PSP
3.
at times.
I appreciate all of my consoles.
Here.
Yeah, I guess I'll agree with you.
Hang on, like, seeing as though, like, you're new here and we haven't actually spoken to you besides, like, a couple of sentences on the side, like, what, friggin' consoles do you have?
Let's see. I had a PS1, PS2, GameCube, Xbox 360 till it red ringed.
Is this have or have?
I had
He said
everything up until the PS2. PS2, GameCube, and Xbox 360 are here with me at college.
Yeah!
And my 3DS, but that doesn't really count for much.
Right.
Yeah.
You've got a GameCube.
Yep.
That's good. I have a GameCube and a 64 and other stuff too, but that's not the point.
I wish I had a 64 still. That was long ago, and that thing broke.
Dude, you can pick them up on the American eBay for like $30.
Yeah, but that requires me to have a lot of money, and you see, me being a college kid, no money.
Radio.
Plus, you need like a credit card or something.
Just sit down and play Smash Brothers on your.
That's what I do.
GameCube,
That's
all.
why it sits here. That's the game that's always in it.
That's the way. You have tournaments.
I
and win money
own
on that.
I think right now I own a PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and a Wii.
Wii's are $50 here, and I'm really considering getting.
They're $50, really? Wow.
Second hand though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if they're new $50, I'm moving to Australia right now.
They're second hand. They come with one nunchuck, one controller, Wii Sports, and the console.
So, let me ask, have you guys played a lot of Wii, or any at all?
I only played the Wii so I could play Mario Kart and Smash Brothers.
I used to play it a lot when it was the main console, before I was able to buy a 360. I really enjoyed it for a while, and then my brother was a dick and sold out most of our games.
That's sucky.
Yeah, he's still paying for that, because he was not supposed to.
Yeah, but with this being said, would you... Alright, but if you didn't... Actually, no, this is dumb, because you bought your own. No, I'm shutting up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway,
But the consoles I have is a SNES, a 64, a GameCube, a 360, a DS Lite, a Game Boy Color, and a 3DS. And a PC, but that doesn't really count.
It counts if you're playing some TF2.
Oh, well, I play some StarCraft on there, so that's why. Yeah.
fair enough. I like my good old StarCraft.
Yeah, StarCraft 2.
StarCraft is great.
So StarCraft 2.
I'll give StarCraft 2 the benefit because, I mean, I love StarCraft 1, I played it for a while, but it was definitely not a game to even touch the multiplayer on. At least with StarCraft 2, it's possible to play and win.
You know,
multiplayer was a pain in the
StarCraft is
ass.
actually the next thing on my topics if you want to actually keep this going.
Yeah, go for it.
Transition, go.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, I've still got, like, 1, 2...
Just start talking.
Fine. Okay, so StarCraft 2 is coming out in March, like the next expansion for it.
Heart of the Swarm.
Heart of the Swarm. I don't really play as Zerg, but I'm pretty friggin' stoked because I want to find out what happens to Kerrigan.
I just want to use her new cool powers, like the stuff that they were showing off. She can do the most crazy shit as the Zerg Queen.
I know.
That also looks pretty cool. Also, like, the fact that, like, you get different mutations and, like, you can be versing somebody around the world and they've got, like, exploding exploding something, and then yours just do something completely different.
Yeah,
It seems intriguing.
it's a lot nicer customization of it not just being, alright, who's playing Protoss, who's playing Zerg, who's rushing, who's not. It's now really more customizable.
Yeah, it looks
That's
it
pretty
looks
great.
intense and friggin' awesome. But like, am I the only one here who actually plays as Terran?
I play as Terran most of the time.
So do I.
I play as anything.
Just
Less
the way
Zerg than
you
anything
said
else.
that, it's like Zerg versus Protoss mostly. It sounded like you only played as those two.
I mean, I play Terran and Protoss. I cannot play Zerg whatsoever. I'm no good at it. I don't know
I
why.
agree. They are so difficult.
I'm happy to
get
admit
down
this right now that I'm going to cheat my way through Heart of the Swarm just so I can see how Kerrigan, like, what happens to Kerrigan. Like, I'm gonna play through, like, half of the game as, like, legitimately as possible, and then when I start getting me ass kicked, I'm just like, alright, I quit, time to cheat.
I can't blame you, and
Awesome.
at the same time, it's like, maybe they won't do it with normal base building, like they do the couple where that she's like the main character and she meets up with her forces on the way. I'm okay with a couple of those levels, and I'm okay with a couple like basic base building ones, but as soon as it gets anywhere beyond a Roach or like a Hydralisk, don't look at me. I'm done. I'm not playing it anymore.
That's the stage where it's like, all right, time to enter. All right, fast building, one hit kills, cannot die. All right, we're good.
Yep. As soon as that ends, I'm done. Nope. I'll look online for the videos of the ending of Kerrigan here. I'm done.
I guess shit your way through it. I'm happy to admit that I'm going to do that.
I remember I actually beat the game, the original StarCraft. I beat the whole thing before Brood War came out. I beat it legitimately. Then my brother said, "Hey, you know there was cheats for the game, right?" And I was I gave him the death look because I spent hours trying to get past some of those goddamn missions.
The friggin' Zerg and Protoss missions in that game were so, like, hard.
Just trying to protect Kerrigan when she was still in that chrysalis was
Oh
a
my
pain.
god. That level was
I know.
awful.
And it was like one of the first ones.
So it's a level where she's gonna hatch and it's like, 15 minutes. Enemies are coming. Oh god, oh god, oh god!
You have no idea what to do.
Yeah, and then it's like, friggin' they start having a chat. It's like, alright, the level's over. Alright, Kerrigan's hatching. It's like, Reyna comes up and it's like, Kerrigan, is that you? And it's like, alright, now we gotta kill Reyna. God damn it! What? Why do I have to keep doing this?
You sound like a girl sometimes.
I can't blame him. I did the same thing. Like, I squealed like a girl when
Yeah.
Kerrigan came running out and destroyed my forces in the second game. I was just like, God damn it, no!
That was in the last level, or like halfway through, and it's like, at the last level, because like the second last, Stefan, you haven't played it, but in the second last level, you get to choose whether you're going to take neutralize air forces or ground forces, and whichever way you do it, Kerrigan still like rushes you, and she's so friggin' hard to kill.
She's
Like,
a
she'll come
bitch.
down and destroy half of your army, and there's like, alright, I can rebuild or I can enter a code. I'm doing the code.
I think I started to rebuild the first time, and then, like, the rest of the, like, forces that were there just came sweeping over, and I was like, fuck this, God mode on, goodbye.
And then you just like put one, and then you just like put one marine and one marine on both sides, and you just walk away and come back with like a minute left. You just sit there waiting because there's like a countdown level. Excellent. My marine is now a sergeant. Like my marine is now a major class 50,000 with 5,000 kills, and now I'm just sitting here waiting.
And he's just still
I
sitting
hate
there.
those kind of missions because... Yeah, I hate those kinds of missions when you try doing it regularly because it's like horde mode in a freaking video in any other game where it's just, yeah, you get to a certain point, we're just gonna throw everything at you.
There's no point in even trying to like destroy that city because like, yeah, on that level it's just friggin' impossible.
Exactly, it's just not worth going into.
I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably a Korean somewhere that can do it. But
There's probably a Korean... Oh, wait, half of them probably know how to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not racist. Let me put that over straight right now. I'm just racist against them at StarCraft.
Dude, no one actually knows your last name or where you live, so you're fine. It doesn't really matter.
Well, I might have actually said his last
It's okay, I don't judge you.
I don't even know his last name, so you know him
It's
more
on
than
the-
I do.
On my Skype account. How do you not notice
I
this?
didn't look at that. Oh, it is too. Nice name.
Thank you.
You idiot.
I'm appreciative of it.
Yeah, so like StarCraft 2 is like fun, but playing through as the Zerg, I don't know how to Zerg rush, and this is going to be like a point of like how far I can get before I enter God mode.
Alright.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
My problem is building up for a Zerg rush.
I can... I'll admit, I can do and you guys are probably going to laugh at me as I say the correct term.
a basic Zerg.
I can do a basic 6-pool Zerg rush, and everybody probably that listens to this will be like, oh my god, this kid's a noob, it's 8-pool or better now. And half the kids will go, I don't even know what that means. And rightly, I barely know what it means. I just know to build a spawning pool, build lots of Zerg, and build lots of Zerglings, and watch them rush off and hopefully win.
Dude,
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know.
That's what I
barely
do.
play StarCraft anymore.
the Zerglings are cool though, because like you can upgrade them and like they can become a legitimate threat because like they move so friggin' fast. Like, alright, they're at my base. Uh-oh.
Exactly.
Oh crap!
You overwhelm the original defenses
I-
there, they're done.
I know.
I like Zerg just because they're like the parasite of the world and how you can like infect other, at least the Terrans. That's pretty fun.
Actually, I brought this up on like an older podcast with Stefan, but when you played StarCraft 1, did you ever like make the thing that could like use mind control, like get one of each team on the same level? It was like from Protoss, you could like get something with mind control. Like you could get yourself an SCV
more-
and a drone, like you could build each three bases on your team. It's friggin' awesome.
He's talking about the one fusion thing between the two Dark
Yeah.
Templars.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
that
it's
You get
called.
mind control and like you can go and take
I
over
don't
like
remember
a
either.
drone and a SCV and like you can build a Protoss, a Zerg, and a Terran army all for yourself. It's awesome. And
You
like,
just gotta be able to keep them alive.
yeah, that's why you enter God mode because this is only in skirmish. But friggin' like you sit there and it's like, because like you know how each like race has only got like 200 food like per thing.
Yep.
When you do this, like each race gets its own unique thing, so you can have up to 600 units for yourself. It's awesome.
Sounds like it.
It is.
Alright, well, let's go on to a different topic.
The only more topics I have here is The Walking Dead and Nintendo games, because I don't know if either of you saw this, but there was like 7 or 8 new Nintendo games like announced this week.
I'll talk about some of the older Nintendo games I've been starting to play.
Well, I was gonna say like the games that got announced this week, like they've remade Wind Waker for the Wii U. They've
I think that's stupid.
yeah, it was good enough as it was. They've there's a new Yoshi game coming out which looks friggin' amazing. I love Yoshi. And there's Yoshi, woohoo! And there's
What was that, Yoshi Mario fusion or something like that?
I said Yoshi, woohoo.
Yeah, that's usually Mario's bit, is the woohoo.
I don't know. Anyway, there's the friggin' Mario game. There's another Zelda game coming out, but it's not like got a second title yet. And Mario Kart's coming out too, but we all knew that.
If they didn't make a new Mario Kart for the new Wii system or whatever else comes next for Nintendo, it would be stupid. Why would anyone else buy it?
Mario Kart's been out since like the Super Nintendo, I think.
Yep, it's...
Yeah. I remember getting my ass kicked in that plenty of times.
Dude, that game's hard to steer on. Anyway,
Doesn't help when you have a jackass older brother.
doesn't help when you're playing as Yoshi.
Well, I mean, I find that helps.
Which one, the jackass older brother or Yoshi?
Yoshi.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Yoshi's
since
got,
when
like,
does a jackass older brother help?
The jackass older brother helps a lot. Mm-hmm.
my jackass older brother helps me a bit. He used to bash me, and that's how you see me today. But Yoshi in that
No,
game, he's turning.
I fought back.
Yoshi's turning in that game is like so friggin' touchy. It's like where? Oh my god! Anyway,
That's why I don't play it on the Wii at all
But-
unless I have a GameCube controller. I just cannot control the Wii like nunchuck.
that's why I play Smash Brothers with the friggin' GameCube controller for the same.
That's the
reason.
only way you can
That's why I
play.
play.
No, well, people can play with
I
the
al-
Wii remote.
No.
I play it with just the Wii remote. I don't never take that nunchuck.
I have to play.
My brother uses it. I have no idea how he does it.
I have to play it with the GameCube controller.
I can't play it otherwise. I just do not have the hand control / the thought to, flick upward to jump. No, I'm looking to mash the A button and do stuff.
No.
I know what I'm doing on a GameCube.
My brother would hand me that.
button.
My brother would hand me the remote like that whenever we had to like take turns or something stupid like that, and I just immediately unplug it, and he'd be like, "Why do you keep unplugging it?" I'm all, "Because I can't play it on the other way."
So, who do you use in Smash Brothers, Jason?
The original one or Melee or Brawl?
Whichever.
Let's
Alright,
just-
the original one, Pikachu. No doubt in my mind, he's the only go-to character. I can do Link, but Pikachu's my go-to.
Alright.
Melee, I'd say Pikachu again, just because he doesn't change, thankfully. I play Roy, and I
He
play...
does a bit.
Well, minimal change, ultimately.
It's very minimal.
Keep going.
Roy and Mewtwo, and... There's one other, I think... I'd have to look at the darn thing to figure it out. I think those are the main three, and then Brawl, all I play is Lucario. Just because he's exactly the
Actually-
same as Mewtwo for the most part.
You know that if
Yeah,
you
pretty
buy a action replay for the GameCube, you can unlock Wario for Melee.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Huh, no, I didn't know that actually.
It's the only way to get it. It's the only way to get him.
Huh.
Anyway, Stefan, who
I
do
don't
you
care
play
for
as in the
Wario.
3 games?
All right. The original one, I really like Kirby. The
choice.
second one, Melee, I loved Roy,
See, Roy's a boss.
but I'd also, yeah. And in the more recent one, I found myself between Mario and Kirby. I've gotten really good with Mario. I actually decimated Me and my friend were doing a tournament Melee, and I was playing as Mario. My teammate was Roy, and we were against two that were playing as Kirby's, and I decimated them. I don't know how I did it.
So in Smash Brothers 1, I play as either Pikachu or Mario. In Smash Brothers 2, in Smash Brothers Melee, I play as Mario, Pikachu, or Kirby. And in Brawl, I'll play as friggin' Mario, Pikachu, Kirby, or Pokemon Trainer.
I don't like the Pokemon Trainer as much as like the cool. You can switch between Squirtle, Ivysaur, and
It's possible to use if you know what you're doing.
yeah. I mean,
That's pretty much how it is with anything. If you know how to use it, you can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
I agree with you.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
You're right, and rightly, I'm no good as any of the three of them but Charizard. Like, I can at least handle him, but that's probably because...
Yeah, but he's a heavy character.
Yeah, and I mean, that's probably the reason, is because he's a heavy character and he can get knocked around much without getting, like, thrown off the map. You put me as Squirtle for less than a minute, I'll throw myself off the map for you. It's that bad. Like, I just cannot use him at all.
So he's, like
That kinda
that's
makes
what I
me
like
think-
about Pokemon Training, because there's one light piece, like there's one light thing like Kirby and Jigglypuff and all that. There's one intermediate like Mario and pretty much half of them. And there's one heavy.
Yep.
I enjoy the variety, but having to switch between them can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not that bad. I mean,
It can give your opponent an opening to
Get ready.
send you flying.
I'm just saying.
Nothing like a Samus charge cannon on you. Uh-oh, poof. Right off the map.
My brother loves Samus. He uses her and Lucas all the time.
Does he play as unarmored Samus or just Samus?
I was gonna say, armored Samus works. Unarmored Samus, she's too quick and, like, nah. I just don't like her.
She's too fast for me. I can't really handle that. I'm surprised there's no comment
Well,
there.
I'm not gonna judge your manhood.
Yeah. I was gonna make a witty remark, but yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting it as soon as I knew I expected it before I even finished talking.
I needed more time.
Nah, I'm just gonna let you use your imagination for anything I could have said there.
I'm pretty sure the comments are going to be filled with that kind of stuff.
Oh, we only have like 2 people actually commented us anyway.
Yeah, we're not that popular.
Yeah. We probably should have told you that before we came on.
No, rightly, I don't think my channel's seen much of any views whatsoever since, I don't know, 90...
Josh is probably the most popular person that's ever been on this podcast.
But like we get like roughly 60 views for one of these videos and like a few comments, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. It's a start.
And then like we have my Let's Plays, which are okay for me, I guess. Which are rocking about. Actually, the friggin' Dead Space thing I put up got like over 200 views, which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah.
But
It's probably because it's Dead Space.
yeah. But I usually get like 60-ish views per Let's Play I do at the moment. I've only got like 43 subscribers or something.
I get up to maybe 10 if I'm lucky.
Oh, and yeah, well, anyway. And then we have other people on the podcast, which are just on the podcast and don't even do stuff on YouTube.
Don't judge those people. The freeloaders are easily taken and easily thrown out. You know.
Yeah, well, the freeloaders can do something instead of like shuffle one podcast and then never show up.
I
again.
can give Shannon the benefit of the doubt.
Shannon's
because
cool.
I've played with him on Minecraft a couple of times. He's a pretty cool guy.
And his computer's screwed.
Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah, we had some conversations, so I can understand with Shannon. But
The other
Harry, I've only met him once, and you were pissed off at him, so I couldn't really get to meet him.
Don't worry, I have a new headset because my other one broke, so he can use the broken one from now on. And he can talk.
And Jay, I haven't even heard from him ever since the first podcast.
Actually, he was around here like a couple of weeks ago because we haven't really spoken because he's been doing school stuff. But he was around here a couple of weeks ago. He wanted me to fix Super Mario Kart and Doom for the Super Nintendo for him, and that's like the last time I spoke to him. I told him that he can pick him up, but he hasn't had time. He's just been really fluctuated with schoolwork. He's like in his last year at school.
Fun.
Yeah. Anyway. Next,
Well-
my last topic here was Walking Dead, but I don't know if either of you two watch or
I
care about Walking
I will admit I have not watched any of it, and I do plan on watching it. But the problem is time constraint, and I've been watching Community and
Yes.
various other shows, so it's like I can't get started.
Alright, well, there's 3
I
things
st-
I wanted to say about Walking Dead. No, because there's a game coming out in March called Walking Dead Survival Instinct, which looks friggin' amazing.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Daryl Dixon and Merle Dixon, who are in the TV shows, aren't in the comics, so this is their prologue sort of thing. And it's going to be interesting to see how rednecks survive the zombie apocalypse, if you know what I mean.
Rednecks can go far away.
Well, don't get me wrong, friggin' Daryl's my favorite character in the TV show, and we get to play as him as the main character and his brother as the second main character, so it's going to be friggin' awesome. Then the main reason I can't buy a wheel for my motorbike is I'm buying the first book of the comic or the Magna or whatever you want to call it this week.
Yep.
It's a comic.
Yeah, so that's the main reason I can't buy a black tire. So I've got that coming, and it's like 200 and something pages, and I'm pretty excited. It's got like the first 2 volumes of the comic in it, so that's going to be fun. And then the TV
My
show
brother loves the comic.
The TV show returns next month, so I'm pretty excited for that too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm more
the way
excited
they
for
left
Ruby.
it.
Oh my God, Ruby! Oh, don't get me started.
Hold on, 'cause you go to Ruby after-
Let him finish. That way he feels better about himself, and then we'll go hype on that.
No. We'll talk about Ruby after this, 'cause I'm excited for it too. But friggin' the way they left Walking Dead at like the midway break for season 3, I'm like really friggin' excited to see what they're going to do, because like they left us at a really big cliffhanger. And it's in there, it's like, come on, I want to get back into it. But Ruby, oh my God, it's starting at RTX.
And
I'm so pissed off I can't go to that.
Yeah, well, I can't afford to go.
yeah, I can't afford it, so I don't blame you guys for being pissed.
Well, I'm sure they'll have a live stream, so I'm pretty sure we can watch it when everyone else does.
Oh, and I figure they'll put it up on YouTube within the next day, so even if you can't make it, it's still there.
Someone's gonna put it up.
Yeah, well, subject to YouTube, you can probably download it the next day anyway, seeing as though they got the new download link.
No, I'm still not sure what you're talking about. I don't see any of these download links you talking
No, like,
about.
go to YouTube, and in the description it also says download. I don't know if that's just for me, though.
Hold
I
on,
looked
hold
at
on,
that.
let me
It's not informed. I don't see it.
Hang on, I'll go to mine, though, because I don't know what's going on then, because my thing
I think
here-
we're all going to YouTube right now.
We are.
Alright, so I'm on there. I've clicked on a video. I have no down. Where is it located? Like, on your screen?
It's next to the like and dislike button.
Yeah, I've got no button like that.
Look.
Mine's... Well, I do, and I don't know why.
I'll be the tiebreaker here. Alright, let's just go to a new game fails.
That's exactly what I went to.
That's what I went to. Mine was the Halo 4 Dang Wingdam.
Exactly, same thing! Alright, like and dislike. I do not see any download button.
I'll take a screenshot and I'll, like, show it to you, because I've got it and I don't know why.
If I had to bet, which there's a good chance I might be right just because I know the U.S. laws, I bet Australia doesn't have as strict laws about downloading and content abuse and such that you probably can download.
No, we do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
We do.
Well, in that case, I have no idea.
I don't know why it's up there,
Yeah.
but I haven't touched it because I'm scared of it.
I'm scared.
I'm scared of the new button.
Press the button.
So anyway, back to Ruby while I do this.
So, I think I was one of the first 3 people to watch that trailer that night, which was probably the funniest thing because it took me forever to get everything. I just moved back into college, and it was just like, oh my God, the podcast is coming out tonight.
Did you watch it? Did you watch the trailer, or did you watch it?
I
with
watched
the season
straight
finale
through
of
the
it?
end of the season finale to it. And it was like,
Yeah, same.
all right, and it's like Monty's releasing some of his new work on the video. I was like, oh, cool, so I'll just watch it.
I'm pretty sure everyone was all, holy crap, Monty has his own.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to admit that I didn't actually see that, and I called across it off when the credits come on.
But anyway, it was like I sat there watching, and it's like, all right, I like the music. The music's a good call. Oh, all right, the character looks pretty cool. The lighting's good. The animation's good. Oh my God, she pulled out a scythe with a shotgun. Everything just hit the fan.
Actually, it's a sniper rifle.
Whatever. Point being, 50 caliber sniper rifle, shotgun, whatever.
There's a
Just
difference,
watching
but
her-
I agree. I thought it was a shotgun at first.
We all thought it was a shotgun at first.
Just watching her
And then
roll
Shannon gave us a
through.
massive lecture on here. He's like, "Oh, it's not a shotgun. It's a sniper." Blah 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 blah. blah, blah. Remember that?
Well,
It was friggin'
I can't blame him. It does have a clip, but if I'd actually thought before I spoke, filter on mouth to brain isn't very good on me. But anyway,
nice job, Dummer.
I'm pretty sure mine isn't even actually connected.
But anyway, watching that I think I watched that trailer over 100 times that night. Just because it was so freaking awesome. And then it's like, shared it on Facebook, shared it on my YouTube page, shared it everywhere I could, and it was like, oh my god, and everybody's commenting on it everywhere, and they're like, oh my god, this is the most epic thing in the world.
I'm definitely already saying Ruby's probably going to be my favorite character. It's not just because she's the only. It's not just because she's the only one that's appeared, but also the Scythe has really gotten to me. I love Scythe.
No, I can't
Just wanna
blame you.
say something.
Yeah.
Miles was saying on this week's podcast that the White trailer's coming soon.
Yup, very soon.
Yeah, I know.
Quote.
I'm subscribed to the Ruby group, and it gave us that after I saw it on the homepage.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to say she's gonna be my favorite character, but I have that bad feeling that frickin' now I'm already spacing. Black, yeah, Black.
Is it black or blue?
I think it's Black because he
I think it is too.
complained about it the one
it's
time
black.
because he's like, no, it's not blue, it's black, and everybody was like, oh, okay, sorry. But I think that was the podcast he
Well,
was
it's
on.
also in the lyrics.
Yeah,
don't mean to
exactly.
interrupt you, but also in the lyrics it says black.
Yep. So anyway, I think she's gonna be the coolest one, just because she's black. Like that. That's just the reasoning behind it. She's black. It's gonna be awesome. Or she's gonna be like the.
Way to be racist.
I know, I'm being racist and horrible. And rightly, if white's the best one, then I'm gonna be like a white supremacist. But hey, you know what? Whatever.
I'm just kidding you, man.
Yeah, but Ruby does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so stoked when the white trailer comes out.
So hang on, can I just like butt in for a second here? Like, you know how I've recently had the thing on the RT side, how it's like, oh, please click your favorite stuff from RT Shorts, blah 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 blah, like they did with Red vs Blue a few months ago. Or there's no
The
one.
favorites.
Yeah.
The poll. Does anybody else besides me think that we're gonna get like a best of RT Shorts DVD?
It's probably gonna.
It wouldn't
be that.
surprise me, but I would hope it runs a lot cheaper than the RVB DVDs did, because I mean,
The best
Right.
of RVB DVD was only $5, and I bought it.
was it?
$5.
It wasn't that much. I bought it.
I don't know where you.
It wasn't too bad. It was like a game show. Anyway,
Wow, lucky you. I think
Was-
they're running like $50 around here.
there was just like one
Yeah.
problem with the DVD though. Like, cause it was like $5, and I thought, yeah, okay, screw it, I can buy some RVB for $5. I sat down and watched like 4.5 hours of it because it went for about 4.5 hours.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
actually,
long.
I'll
Of course, it's long.
I'll renege that statement. There's some of them on Amazon near me for about $10, but overall they go up exponentially then till the point where they're $80. So
Just look it up on the Rooster Teeth site. They're only like $5, aren't they? Just buy that in the Stranger Hood, and then you got like $1 shipping, and then you're only paying like $8 to get DVDs to you.
I can read DVDs.
But we're too lazy.
Ah,
Actually,
fair enough. It is $5 here.
Wait, am I the only one here that's actually seen the
shit.
Stranger Hood?
I've
yes.
seen a couple episodes.
The Stranger Hood is friggin' weird. That's all I'm saying.
It was one of their first things, so don't expect it to be sane, to say the
Yeah.
least.
As I'm saying, it's friggin' weird.
I miss the Rooster Teeth guys doing the RT Life in shorts. They need to do more of them. And I mean, I know
Yeah, I love the shorts.
I know Bernie and the rest of them talked about doing like season 2 of Immersion with Gavin and someone else. I don't remember who. It might have been Miles.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are doing that,
It's
but
It was Michael and Gavin.
that was Michael and Gavin. All right.
Oh god.
So I mean, I can't wait for that, but at the same time, it's like I really wish they had a filler right now just to get in between it instead of the occasional RT Life of them dancing or doing something else stupid. Not to say that it's not
Just
fun.
go on, just watch the Let's Plays and then like look up
Oh.
Gavin and Michael.
Being retarded, yeah.
The Let's Plays are only
Yeah.
they only give you half an hour. That's the problem. It's only half.
Did you guys watch today's
Not
Let's
long
Play? Let's start there.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
So, who do we think's going to win? They haven't given it to us yet. Who do we think's going to win?
Well, Ryan's probably not getting anywhere.
Michael or Ray.
Ray's
No, good.
Ray's not in a very good position
Yeah,
either.
but
It's either
Gavin,
down to
Michael's
Michael.
gonna
Or,
end up killing Gavin. Ray's probably gonna come out of nowhere. So
yeah, but you think Michael's gonna be unprepared for that?
maybe.
Unless he gets like hit with lava or something, and even that's unlikely
Well,
since
then,
they
yeah,
still
but-
have a water bucket.
Well, someone just needs to find a diamond sword and that's it. Like, get a diamond sword and that's it.
Gavin has enough of diamond on him right now to form 2 diamond swords. He just hasn't used the diamond for anything yet.
Yeah, I know.
He's either gonna strategize and keep it for himself and then use it to kill Michael, or he's gonna be stupid enough to give Michael the sword, and then when they get to the end, Michael's just gonna hit him in the back.
Oh, exactly. I predict that if anybody's going to win, since Gavin thankfully got Michael to screw over Jack and Jeff, I predict that Michael's going to stab Gavin in the back as soon as they have the burning rod, or whatever it's called. I'm totally spacing. And
The blaze rod.
Blaze rod, there you go.
yeah.
And then he's just going to walk off, build a potion stand, and build the potion, and just be like, alright, I win.
And now Michael actually knows how to play for the most part. So
Yeah, I liked
Hey,
watching
do you
him back
listen to
they're
there.
in trouble.
Jason, do you listen to Internet Box?
Not. I'd like to say yes. I really would. I've actually made it a point to try and go listen to it, but I haven't listened to any of them yet.
Well,
in
he
this week's
started talking
episode,
about
he
Minecraft.
said he's finally started playing Minecraft
Oh, good.
with Lindsay.
And he's like addicted.
And
And he's
Andrew.
legitimately addicted now.
Yeah.
It's an addicting game. Even I will admit it.
Still got to get my Let's Play for Minecraft out, but I need more people.
Let me know. I'll help.
It'll happen soon.
I need to get a game capture card.
Yeah, I know. I got to get Shannon to do it too. We're waiting for his computer. Well,
Alright,
it's the
so-
console version though, so just letting Jason know.
Okay.
Yeah. Questions?
So, sure, let's do questions.
What were you gonna say before that though?
Well, you talked about Nintendo games, and I was just thinking about some of the old ones I'd been able to find through my friends.
Go ahead. Are you actually borrowing these or paying for them or what?
I'm borrowing them. He never really plays them, and I'm all, well, here's something I've been told good things about. Let's try it out.
Good call.
Go ahead.
And right now I'm on my Game Boy. I'm playing Mario and Luigi Superstar.
Such a
Saga, I
good
think
game.
it's called. It's really fun. It's actually really fun.
It's simple, it's fun, and it's Mario and
it's-
Luigi beating shit up. What could be more fun?
And the humor is pretty great too, and the fact that it's actually interactive with the RPG style, that's what I
Yep.
love. That's what I hate with Pokemon, is that it's not really interactive. I mean, yeah, you choose your team and your moves, but in the end, you really just sit there and hope you don't get hit in the
Yeah,
face.
exactly.
That's what I love about Mystery Dungeon, is because it's a bit more interactive than just regular
They're
Pokemon.
I'm sorry, but could anybody here actually imagine like a Pokemon RPG? It'd be friggin' weird.
It would be weird, but it would be awesome at the same time, and I really think everybody would just blow it over of the fact that it might be a shitty RPG and be like, oh my god, it's Pokemon.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
No, I won't deny the thought. I mean, rightly, I don't know. I will keep my mouth shut because I don't have any realistic opinion on it beyond it'd be a great idea.
Also, could I just like
Yeah.
quickly butt in for a second? If you're playing like
You always do.
what was it, Mystery Dungeon, you could be sitting there for like an hour trying to get the character that you want.
Oh my god.
Well, you kind of...
I
true.
cheated. I cheat every time now just because I'm so tired and pissed of getting him wrong. I will pull open the thing, I will run through each of the questions, and based off the first question, I can tell you exactly who I'm going to be playing just because it's like, alright, I know where the correct question progression's going to go.
My first time, I was always going for Torchic because he was my favorite at the time, but I got Mudkip and I was all, it's alright, and I partnered up with Charmander. That was my dream team. I loved my Mudkip-Charmander combo.
So you like Mudkips?
He's pretty damn good. He was my first water type I legitimately liked. That was a
I
start.
heard you like Mudkips.
That's what I was doing.
Anyway,
I don't give a shit. I could kick your ass, Josh.
You think you could? I'm gonna stab
I know
everyone
I
in your
could.
town. Remember?
so what you're saying is the next,
Yeah, and while you're doing that, I'll snipe you.
so next podcast you two are gonna fight, right? Yeah, yeah.
We get on the verge of this like every week, but we're too good of friends to like actually worry about it.
Actually, I think if in like years, if we finally make it to America, or I actually make it to Australia, we should totally do a video where we're just like in a boxing ring fight.
We'll go join up with UFC, or like we'll go to a WWE event and just like jump into the ring.
No. Like just go to some gym and where they allow that kind of stuff, and we'll pad up so we don't actually break each other.
Aw, but that's
Or,
half the
I should
fun
say, I
of
break
it.
You.
Let's play real life boxing.
Fight!
Well, I'm thinking, fight, kiss.
Anyway,
I don't remember where that came from. I know Joel said it, but I don't remember when or where he said it.
He said it on a podcast, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was one of the
Yeah,
originals.
but I don't know which one because that was before Jordan started putting them in the description.
I don't know. Anyway, it was something.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Fight,
so I guess
fight,
let's get on to the
Can I
questions.
just actually read through these before we say them and decide if they're actually worth doing?
I'm pretty sure Purple Dildo Man's is one of them.
Yeah, it is. So is Aqua Powerades. Actually, these aren't that bad, but one of them's a rip-off of Internet Box. Hang on. Maybe they did this one
course
before
it is.
Internet Box because it's the same question that was on this week.
We pretty much has no one. How have you?
that
We pretty much do it exactly like Internet Box, except we're not popular or that funny.
Oh, we're a bit of both.
I'm insulted. I'm quite funny. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jason's
I'm
going to be
talking
back
before
next
this.
week. I mean, Jason's going to be back next week. He's alive at this thing.
He is the Let's Plays and shit.
Exactly. I'm all that.
Hang on. Hang on, this one was done a week ago, so I don't know whether this was before Internet Box or not. Anyway, let's just read it. It's the...
Just read it.
In a zombie apocalypse, if however you spell it, because I think they screwed up I'm spelling apocalypse.
If in a zombie apocalypse,
Yeah.
who would you have from
Yeah,
the podcast plus a
your,
Pokemon
for your
and
sidekicks,
a...
you get a Monster Hunter podcast member. I'm gonna go with Jason.
Well,
Thanks a lot.
I'm gonna tell you both that if you pick me, you're pretty much screwed. Me, I will let slip this little life secret of mine. I'm a diabetic, so chances are you've got me for about 2 weeks before I run out of insulin, collapse, and die.
I'm gonna go with Stefan.
There you go. I do not take offense to it. I know it's going to happen, so I'm going to be that asshole that sits on his roof and kills whoever nears me just because I can. No offense.
Okay, but with all seriousness, alright, so out of a Pokemon, a podcast member, and a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. Alright, I'm gonna go with Shannon or Stefan, seeing as though this one's going to die, and it's not going to end well for me, probably. Dude, I don't friggin' know. I don't even know what was in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I can answer this one.
I can answer that one ungodly quickly because I just watched the first 5 seasons of it.
I don't want, like, the only ones I can think of from the top of my head is, like, friggin' Flaming Swordsman, Exodia, and Dark Magician. So one of those 3, and...
Pick the Dark Magician. He's
Alright,
except for
I'll go...
Ray already has Exodia. You're screwed.
I'll go for the Black Magician, and,
The Black
That's
Magician.
fine. Now who's being racist?
Actually, I think that's one of his one of the version's names. Like in
Is it really? Oh,
like
that's
that.
horrible.
Actually,
It's something
wait,
like
could,
that.
could we edit this question instead of going with, to make it not ripped off completely, could we go with, like, a Digimon, a Pokemon, and a podcast member? Digimon would probably be easier for us to answer.
I can answer that.
Yeah,
one
I can do that one.
faster.
Alright, I'm gonna go with Patamon, Stefan, or Shannon, and if we're not allowed to go Ubers here, I think I'm like Ubers, I might go with an Abracadabra or Alakazam.
I think you just wanted to say abracadabra alakazam on the podcast.
Well, if I
Abracadabra alakazam, poof!
Hold on. Are they going to be able to evolve or not? Because if they're not going to be able to evolve, I'm just going to go with an Alakazam. If they can, I'll probably start with a Kadabra or Abra.
I would assume they can, but again, we're welcome to the general assumptions of the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, well, I'm going to have a Guardian Angel on my shoulder because of Angemon and a Psychic from them. There we go.
Alright. My team. War Greymon and Scizor. Done.
What
Oh
else
yeah, and podcast member. I'm gonna pick Jay because he's the wild card.
Stefan, I mean, Jason, you want to answer the questions or not?
Yeah, I'll answer them. A podcast member, I don't know you guys well enough to give an answer straight, so I'll just say who's ever left. You know, if last man standing, I'll come by and be like, hey, how's it going?
Stefan and I'll kill each other, so don't worry about it.
Exactly, I'll pick someone I don't know.
I got War Greymon.
No.
I can kick his ass
I
in
admit you got a good choice, but I'll give you one better. I'll take Terriermon just because he can evolve and have double machine guns.
Yeah, but I have an Angel.
Carrier. Oh
Now,
yeah, he also has.
Gargamon running around with the freaking laser cannons on his hands, I'll take him any day.
Right? Yeah, but keep in mind, Angemon's ultimate form is stronger than a Mega, so I still could be fine.
Keep in mind,
got his
I
ass
get to
kicked.
combine with my Digimon in its Mega form. I'm awesome. I'm just gonna walk around in that
When you get
thing.
bitten, you're both screwed. So there you go.
Oh well, I can't have everything. And Pokemon, non-Uber, I would have to go with a Shinx to evolve it to a Luxray, just because I love that Pokemon. Or
He is pretty
Uber-wise, I think I would honestly... I'd like to say I'd get a Gabite just for a Garchomp, but I don't think I'd ever really appreciate the thing. So it's either got to be Luxray or Gallade.
Why don't you just get like a Mewtwo and then you're safe all the time because it'll be like sensing everything.
That's too much I know. I don't want to know some things.
It's like all your friends are dead. You're the last one alive. Awesome.
How's it feel to be you,
And
shitty?
plus, who knows what zombies are actually thinking? It could be more complex, and you're just thinking, "Damn."
Yeah. For all we know, they're doing
Anyway.
tons of crazy shit.
Then the next question is, what's the best game of this year so far? There's nothing really out.
This year, yeah.
Yeah, I can't even.
Except for last year.
Yeah, last year's a definite easy one. Well, depending on what you like.
Didn't we already say this though? I think we both said Halo 4.
No, I wouldn't go for that one.
Which one would you
I'd go for Borderlands 2.
I didn't play it.
Actually, that's a good point. I love Borderlands.
I
I
didn't play it yet.
I love the
well, you
game.
suck,
It's
Josh.
so fun, so addicting, and yet I can put it down rightly. I put it down for about 2 weeks now. I could go pick it up tomorrow and be just as happy playing it.
I know, right? And what's great is that you can actually just drop it whenever you want. You're like, oh, I'm done, so just come back
Yep.
later.
Here we go. I'm gonna go actually with this question here and go for the best game of the year so far. Like I'm gonna go for either, even though they're not out, but I'm assuming they're gonna be good. It's gonna be Dead Space, StarCraft, or Gears Judgment.
So pretty much everything on your
Uh,
goddamn list.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're allowed to like your stuff. I won't deny it. By that logic, though, I'm putting X and Y on there. I'm putting the new Mystery Dungeon that comes out in a couple months. And,
Didn't you miss it?
Oh, you serious?
yes.
Didn't you miss it?
Here, let me pull it
Oh,
up
sweet.
on the on a website that I use. I use Sarah
Is there
D.
another Ranger coming out or not?
I don't think there's anyone announced currently. It's the new Mystery Dungeon is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, 3DS title.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Is there like two of them
Damn
or
it!
just the one?
Now I need to buy a 3DS.
Hold on, is there like two of them or just the one?
Just the one currently. They haven't
It's
announced
probably
any
two.
different one.
Did anybody like actually finish any of the Ranger games?
I finished the first
I
one.
never really cared for them.
Wasn't that great?
I got like halfway through Shadows of Alamir or whatever it's called, so I can get the Darkrai, but I couldn't really finish it.
Yeah. I mean, they're interesting games, total different concept, but I got so bored of spinning my stupid stylus around on that stupid Pokemon and having it break it on the last one that I just said, fuck it, I'm done.
I tried playing it a long time ago at a friend's house, and yeah, I was really just no.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, eh?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh my god, I hear The Rock. The Rock's on WWE at the moment. The Rock! Anyway, sorry.
Who gives a shit about The Rock?
Yeah, you're right. Sam Punk's where it's all at.
I don't care for any of your wrestling people.
Don't look at me, I don't watch it. Sorry.
Dude, WWE...
Neither do I. That's why I don't care.
WWE is amazing, so I don't care what you guys think. And the Royal Rumble's
It's
on
fake.
Monday.
Who cares?
I'm excited.
It's
so
fake, but it's sometimes fun to watch just because it's fake.
See, he's got
True.
the right idea. And the Royal Rumble's on Monday, and I'm excited.
is.
But, I mean, the only one I can actually name off the top of my head is John Cena because he's a dick and he waves his hand in his face all the time and he looks like a fucking retard. No offense, John
Yeah.
Cena, don't
That's
come
the
kick my
Marine-
ass.
That's the Marine taunt,
Yeah,
except
it
he
is.
just publicizes it in a stupid
There's
way.
also, like, there's two or three, like, there's a lot of wrestling Easter eggs in Saints Row 3. If you actually take the time out to look for them. Like, there's a couple of taunts, and there's a lot of stuff that Killbane says that's actually taken straight out of
Well, he
WWE.
is a wrestler,
Yeah,
so
I know, but I'm just saying, like, there's a
duh.
lot of stuff that he says that's actually taken straight out of WWE storylines.
storyline.
Yeah, there's actually storylines in that.
Well,
Anyway,
it's not
so-
real life, so clearly there's got to be a story behind it.
Listen.
Of course. That's what I'm thinking.
Listen. It's scripted violence.
Yeah, scripted violence. That's a good way to put it, actually.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. We're going for about an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta have some fun editing this.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it because I haven't done it for like a month. Alright.
And I've been so ambitious that it's just become a pain in my ass.
Yeah, you just gotta be quick and sloppy like I am. That sounded bad.
In bed.
She said.
But we just got to be like quick and screw. Like anyway, I'm shutting up.
You might as well just shut up.
You shut up. You're
That's
done.
far.
Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We all have individual YouTube channels. Ask us questions, and Jason might be back next week. So with that, I'm out. Bye.
Peace.
Goodbye.